Talking about the purity culture, coming from someone that is an ex-religious person, someone that used to be religious but now identify as non-religious, non-religious. I do not have any banner right now. I do not wish to have any banner or any label. I am just not religious, so I'm non-religious. I am not religious, I'm non-religious. But anyways, I used to believe, back when I was religious, I used to believe that the purity culture, right? I used to believe that a woman is actually meant to be pure. She's meant to be innocent. She's meant to be clean. Because according to my religion, this is how you attract a good man. This is how you attract a responsible and a valued, respected man. And for that, I believed in the purity culture. I believed because I wanted a good man. I didn't want to experience, having a man in my life. That was back then. Oh, this is me before. So forgive me if this sounds boring, because right now as I'm talking about it, I want to sleep off. So I wanted to have like a good man. I didn't want to experience what it means to like be with a bad man. So my definition of a good man is someone that is responsible, someone that protects and provides, someone that is attentive and intentional, and then stubborn. Because I believe a good man is stubborn. A good man does not follow. That's what I believe. But that was what I was expecting, and for that reason, I believed in the purity culture, because I believed that particular state is going to help you attract a good man. But then growing up, still religious, growing up and being the kind of person that I was back then, good girl. I'm not disrespectful. I am not, even though I don't submit blindly or obey blindly, I am a good person. I am caring. I did my part. Like I played the role that was expected of me, the role that they taught me to play. I played it well. So, to my surprise, or to the people that I was attracting were not good men. The people that were coming into my life were not good people. Even after doing everything that they asked me to do, I was still attracting men that were not good. So I started to wonder, this purity culture, what's the essence of being pure? What is the essence of living yourself to be, until you're able to get that one person? What is the essence if this is what is out there? This is the type of men that I kept meeting consistently, and not just me, hearing other women's story, hearing other people's story, or even witnessing their life story, like witnessing how they were either manipulated or controlled or hurt by these men. I started to wonder, why are we not getting the reward for what they told us that is the reward for being pure? Why are we not getting that reward? So I got to the age where I started to rebel so much. I started to now live my life, because it was like the purity culture was not working. And in fact, the women that were getting the responsible, not just responsible, they respected, the valued men, were the ones that were not living according to the purity culture. They were living their life, enjoying themselves. They were being authentic in their desire. They were being their self, embodying their sexual desires, and they were living it out. They were doing everything, They were the one getting the men that were respected. They were the one getting the valued men. They were the one getting the men that, that were responsible. They were the one getting, to me, the good men. So the purity culture wasn't working. The reward that they told us that wasn't working. In fact, if you are pure, that means you are naive and you are innocent. The man that you're going to get into your life, the man that you're going to attract into your life, is going to be the lowest and the dumbest man ever, because you're innocent, you're naive. You're going to settle for someone that knows nothing. Someone that, because you are pure, you are innocent, you're naive. Being pure, being innocent means you are naive, means you are controllable, and you are easily manipulated. And that is why the person you're going to get is the easiest man ever. The one that I don't even know how to explain it, but you're not going to get the most valued man. You're not going to get the most respected man. You're not even going to get the most responsible man, because those other easy men, they are none of these things. They are none of it. And that is why they require you to be in your innocent state, so that these ones that are none of those things can easily get you. That's what they require. But I'm even jumping. I'm going too much ahead of myself. But anyways, when I saw that it was not working, I left. I stopped and I started to rebel. I started to live my life, doing everything I want to do. I started to while out, enjoy myself. I started to sexually express myself, enjoy, because sex is actually a sweet thing. It's actually a good thing. See, sex, the pleasure that comes from sex is actually fancy. It's one of the best things that this life has to give to us, sex. And that is why it is up there, top 3, power, sex, money. Because sex is. But anyways, I'm still jumping. I'm going ahead of myself. So I started to do, live my life, Jerry, and enjoy. And then I got to the age where I started to question religion, not just the purity culture, because I started to question purity culture from my early stage of adult, like the earliest stage of my adulthood, when I started to see the things that were happening to good girls, to pure girls, to innocent girls. I was like, nah, purity culture it doesn't work. It's backwards. Whatever it is that they're telling us, that's not the truth. I did not question religion then on. I started to question religion when I got to my late 20s. And when I started to question religion, I did something. I stopped having intimacy. I stopped having sex on my own, intentionally. I started to allow myself to become pure again, to become innocent. So I stayed away from that. And I did it because I was questioning religion, and at that moment I needed all my energy. I needed every part of me to be sane. So I needed my mind to be sane, my emotion to be sane, my emotional state to be sane, to be focused. I needed my physical state to be focused too. I don't want to share my time. I wanted my time to myself because I wanted to understand the world that I live in. I wanted to understand what is happening. So I needed every part of me to be sane. So I cut off from almost all my bad habits, or almost all my habits, because bad and good is the construct of bad and good is deeper than. So let me not say bad habits. I stopped all my habits and I started to concentrate on what I wanted to concentrate on, so that I can get answers. I can get the answers that I seek. Now, when I did that, that is when I started to understand that, okay, the purity culture, right? The purity culture was created to actually control women and put them in a state where every man can have access to her, because once she does not know herself sexually, once she's disconnected from herself sexually, once she's innocent, once she does not have experience, any man, the lowest of the lowest man can get her. It's for control, right? But then there is something about sharing your energy sexually with these men. There is some that, and that is why I will still advise girls to keep themselves. I'll still advise girls to until they are able to mature mentally, until they are able to mature emotionally. Keeping yourself is one of the safest things that you can do to yourself. Now, this is not all about purity culture. This is all about getting to the stage where you start to understand the world better before you start to share your energy with these motherfuckers. Before you start to share your energy with them. So if you have not gotten to that state, being pure, being innocent is one of the best things you can do to yourself. Because let me tell you something that happens when you start to share your energy with these people and you've not gotten to the stage where you start to understand what is happening in this world. What will happen is that these people will also have, they will get the advantage of actually influencing you in a very bad way. And they are going to disrupt your energy, like having all your mental states focused on you, centered on you, your emotional state focused on you, centered on you, your physical state, which is your time, centered on you, focused on you, your spiritual state, everything is centered on you, all your energy is centered on you, focused on you. You're going to evolve faster than someone that shares their energy with this man. But when you get to the stage where you understand the world and you understand the system, you can fuck around, you can enjoy yourself, because you're not going to get attached to these people. But being in the state where you don't understand yet and you're sharing your energy with these people, you're going to get attached. You will not know how it happens, but it will happen because this is our biology as women. This is something that is in us as women, our hormones. There's this particular hormone that fucks everything up for us. Even when we don't want to get attached, we get attached. And you can get attached to the wrong person because you don't understand yet. You're not emotionally capable yet. You're not mentally capable yet to understand what is happening. There's something happening in this world, and if you don't understand it, see the purity culture. I know the main, not the main. The way they taught us is different, But what I'm saying is, do not share your energies. Be careful, or be careful of how you